recipe in the quick cooker. You know how much I love my quick cooker. The recipe does come in the current Season's Best cookbook. It's called Coconut Thai Soup. So that's a picture of it right there, and that's the recipe. So I am just making it for the first time with you guys, so nothing like doing that live, right? So to start with, I am going to get some of the veggies chopped up. Well, actually, the first thing I need to do is get the mushrooms going. So I'm going to go ahead and put my quick cooker on the sear setting. Comment below if you have a quick cooker. Let me know if you have a quick cooker. Or let me know if you have a pressure cooker of some type. It doesn't necessarily have to be our quick cooker, but I love this thing and I use it in my house so often because I procrastinate cooking dinner because I don't like to cook. Go figure, right? I'm a consultant and I don't like to cook. So I procrastinate as long as I possibly can. So I love that I can cook in the quick cooker super fast. All right, so I've got it on the sear setting. I added a little bit of oil, and the recipe calls for some baby portobello mushrooms that they said that I could slice, but I bought them already sliced, right? Hey Laura, how are you doing? So I'm just gonna go ahead and dump, it's 8 ounces of sliced portobello mushrooms. I'm just gonna dump these in there. You certainly can buy them whole and slice them yourself. We have our quick slice, which is perfect for that. So that's what you're gonna wanna do. Oh, did I not turn it on? There we go, it's on. Okay, so I probably should have waited for it to actually get hot. But anyway, I just have the oil, dumped in the mushrooms, and now I need to chop up some onions and some red bell pepper. So I'm gonna use one of my all-time favorite products, and that is our manual food processor. I'm sure several of you guys have the manual food processor, and if you don't, well, quite frankly, you're missing out because it makes slicing up onions and peppers or whatever it is you need to slice super easy. So I'm just gonna rough chop 1 onion. Let me just take the skin off. So, hey Sharon, how are you? Comment with #Tuesday so I know that you're there watching. So for those that know me really well and know my family, you guys know that we love onions, and I think we put onions in almost every single thing we eat. I can't think of anything that onions are not going in. All right, so I'm just gonna rough chop them and throw them in the manual food processor. I can hear the mushrooms starting to cook up. Yes, Alyssa, I did add a little bit of oil. It said to add canola oil. I happen to have olive oil handy, so I just dumped in the olive oil. Now to use this, I just put the lid on. You hold it with your one hand and you pump with the other. And depending on how small you want the pieces is how much you pump it. So I want these fair. I don't want them too small. It's going to cook down, but. All right, I can smell them mushrooms are cooking. All right, so this is our little small mini mix and scraper, which is the perfect size for the manual food processor. Who else do I got? I got Alyssa, I got Suzanne. All right, so if you're watching me, comment #Tuesday so I know you're there. All right, so now these onions are ready to go. Let me just show you how nice and small I got them. With just a few little pumps. Nice and small. I'm just going to add them to my bowl over here because I also need to chop up the bell pepper. Okay. And while I'm at it, I'm going to give these mushrooms a quick stir. Let me grab my... These are new. Aren't these cool looking? Kind of looks like a little like mouth, a little sharky face or something. All right, let me just give these mushrooms a quick stir here. And then I'm going to start working on the red bell pepper. This is a giant one. So I'm still not going to the grocery store. I'm doing curbside now. So I got all my groceries picked for me. There we go. All right, so for this, I don't really think I need, this is a pretty big bell pepper. Probably save that piece and use the rest. All right, so the same thing. I'm just going to give this a rough chop and put it in my manual food processor. Okay. Hey, you know what? I would love to know what you guys are having for dinner. I need ideas all the time, so when you guys comment, it gives me ideas. So let me know what you guys are going to have for dinner. Okay, so I'm just going to give these a pop as well. Okay, stir, 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 stir. All right. So I do not have knife skills, so there's no way that I can chop the bell peppers as small with my knife than I can in this thing. All right, so now we got our peppers all chopped up nice and small too. Show ya. Ta-da. Add that to my bowl. Okay. Now the next thing I need is some ginger, and they said instead of using my microplane, which I usually use on ginger, it said to slice it up and chop it in here. So I already have it peeled, and I'm just going to slice it into little thin pieces and throw it in there. It said about a 2-inch piece, which I think that was probably about a 2-inch piece. All right, and then the next ingredient, I'm supposed to have a jalapeno. People, I cannot keep jalapenos or serranos in my house. Luckily, I had a small jar of sliced jalapenos. I don't know, my family puts jalapenos, fresh jalapenos or serranos on everything, so I cannot keep those in my refrigerator, so I'm just going to add whatever I had left of these jalapenos. My family likes very spicy food. All right, so I'm just going to chop these up next. Hey, Tammy. Susan, hey, how are you? You guys comment and let me know. Got y'all over there watching. All right, so now we got those all chopped up. I think I need to do a little bit smaller because I still see some big pieces of ginger in there. Woo, them jalapenos are strong. If you guys don't have this manual food processor, you're missing out. It is the bee's knees. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to my inner pot. These mushrooms are cooking down. And then I'm gonna add the rest of these vegetables. So I got the onions and the peppers going right in. Can you hear the sizzle? So this, for those that are just joining me, I am making a Thai coconut soup. I know, kind of a weird time of year to be making a soup, but it sounded really yummy, and my family likes this type of food, so I thought, well, why not? All right, so these are the jalapenos and the ginger, so I'm going to add that as well. Okay, now I'm going to stir it all around. All right. Looking good, smelling good. So I still have it on the sear setting, so it's still searing or sauteing. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so the next thing I need to do is measure out some soy sauce. I didn't have soy sauce. Of course, I never have everything I'm supposed to have. I do have tamari, which is a gluten-free type of a soy sauce. So I need, I need 1.5 cups. Oh, no. Sorry. 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to measure out my 2 tablespoons in my little tiny, this is the newer one, the little petite measure-all cup. So let me get the 2 tablespoons in there. And then I need 1.5 cups of chicken stock, so I'll go ahead and get that measured out as well. So the chicken stock I'll measure out in the Easy Read measuring cups. So let me just measure that out. So this is a pretty quick recipe. Those vegetables are already cooking down. So this is our 1 cup. Need 1.5. So tell me, do you guys like Thai food or Thai flavored food? Okay, so let me stir this all around. Those mushrooms have cooked down. They look good. The vegetables are all cooking down. All right, and then let me get the rest of our ingredients. I need a little bit of salt. Where's my salt and pepper grinder set? And I needed the chicken. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. There you go. Okay, now to this I'm gonna add the chicken. So it calls for 1 to 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I have about 1 pound of boneless chicken thighs, and you're not gonna cut them up, you're just gonna put them in there whole. So let me grab my tongs. My tongs must be dirty. I'm just gonna dump it in. All right. Okay, just dump it in. There we go. And then I'm going to add the soy sauce and the 1.5 cups of the chicken stock. This is the kind of recipe I like, where you just dump everything in. That's why I love cooking with the quick cooker, because you just dump it all in there. All right, let me get that in there. That's the half. Okay. And then I'm going to just stir it around so all the chicken is not on top of each other. Let me grab my quick cooker lid. So you know, whenever I use my quick cooker, I always like to make sure that the silicone ring is in place. I also make sure that my the button that you press down is all the way up, and that little cloud icon is in the right place. All right, now I'm just gonna cancel the sear setting, and then I'm gonna put the lid on, and it's gonna go on the soups and stews setting. So let me just slide it over to the soups and stews, or the soup and stock, sorry, the soup and stock setting. And then it's defaulted for 30 minutes, but guess what? We only need 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and click time, and go down to 7 minutes, and then push the start button. All right, so now that's gonna do its thing. It's gonna start coming up to pressure. As soon as it comes up to pressure, then that red button is gonna pop up, and then your lid is going to be locked into place, and that is when the 7 minutes is going to start. So could this be made not with the chicken? You could probably do the actual soup part in the cooking blender. Absolutely, Alyssa. That's a great idea, actually. But you couldn't do the chicken in there. So you could perhaps cook your chicken, grilled some chicken, do it that way. And then you could add it later. Because what we're going to do is, when this is done cooking for the 7 minutes, we're going to take the chicken out, put it in a small bowl, and then we're going to chop it with the salad choppers and add it back. So we're just going to let that cook for now. The next thing I do need is 2 cans of coconut milk. So let me grab my bowl. So you need the full fat unsweetened coconut milk. Of course, I didn't get 2 of the same things from H-E-B. I don't know what they were thinking, so I got 1 light. But you know what my famous saying is? It's gonna be all right. It's all good. I'm not gonna worry about that. So I'm just gonna use my smooth edge can opener. Hey Steph, how are you? Hey Trish, how are you ladies doing tonight? I am making quick cooker Thai coconut soup. And I know both of you ladies have this, so y'all need to give it a try. It's in our current season's best, but I'll also post the recipe. So we just need to add both of our cans coconut milk. There we go. Oops, I'm dripping. There we go. 1 can. And let me get the other one. And then we're just waiting for this to come up to pressure and cook the chicken. It's going to take about 7 minutes in the quick cooker. So I love these quick dinners. And then when that's done cooking and it comes to pressure and the 7 minutes are up, I'm going to come back on and I'm going to show you guys what we're gonna do with the coconut milk, because we're just not gonna dump this coconut milk into that hot cooking soup. We have to temper it. So I'll be back whenever this is done. It usually takes about 10 7 to 10 minutes to come up to pressure plus the 7-minute cook time. Then I'll come back, I'll show you how I'm gonna chop the chicken with my salad choppers, how we're gonna temper the coconut milk, and then what I'm gonna do with the lime. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Danica used a quick cooker to make her dinner. Oh, hey, what did Danica make? I have to know. So comment below. How do you temper? Well, Alyssa, you're gonna have to join me back here in just a few minutes and you'll see. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I am back with the Thai coconut soup part 2. So that took a lot less time than I had anticipated. Since I had it on the sear mode for so long, it was already so hot. So it only took a few minutes for it to actually come to temperature. And now it's cooked for the 7 minutes, and now it's finished cooking. That's the beep, 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 meaning it's done cooking. Hey June, how are you? I made a new recipe in our quick cooker called Quick Cooker Thai Coconut Soup. So now that it's finished, I'm going to go ahead and press cancel. Then I'm going to release all the pressure from the top and just push the button, and then it'll start releasing the pressure. So as you can see, it's not really that scary. I can put my hand here. It's not scary at all. Also, you notice that I keep touching it. It's not hot, so it's perfect if you have little children that reach up on the counter. They can't burn themselves with it. That's one of the features I really like, is that it doesn't get hot. So for those that didn't see my first video and what I put in here, it is some oil, baby portobello mushrooms that I've sliced, some salt, a red bell pepper, and an onion chopped, a jalapeno pepper, and fresh ginger that I chopped, all in the manual food processor. It's 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, not cut, just put in there. 1.5 cups reduced sodium chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then I have in my bowl here the 2 cans of full-fat coconut milk and a lime. So the next step, now that the pressure has released, is to go ahead and open it up. Oh gosh, it smells really good. When you're joining me, do #Tuesday so that I know that you're there watching. And now I need to take the chicken out of here. So I have my tongs and I need to put them in a bowl because I do need to chop them with the salad choppers. So I had 4 chicken thighs and a little piece somewhere. It was like a little random piece, all right? So I'm just gonna grab my salad choppers. So you guys know that these really aren't just for salad, right? They may be called salad choppers, but they're not really just for salad. When you're watching, do #Tuesday so I know you're there. Hey, Patty. So I'm just gonna chop the chicken now in the bowl, and it's cooked in the pressure cooker, so it is super moist. So it takes like nothing to shred up this chicken. So the salad choppers in my house, 99.9% of the time, are used for chicken. They never touch salad ever, but you certainly can use them for salad. You could also make salsa with these salad choppers. I love them for that. Hey Alyssa, glad to see you're joining me back. Okay, so I took the chicken out. You were with me on the first video. I took the chicken out and I'm just shredding it with the salad choppers. And now I'm gonna add it back into the soup. Now, I know this is probably a cliche thing to say, but man, I wish we had smell-o-vision because it is smelling good up in here, Let me tell you something. Thai coconut soup is what I am making for dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back in. Now, in the previous video, Alyssa asked me how am I going to temper this coconut milk. So the tempering is super easy. All I'm going to do is take a ladle full, about 1/4 of a cup of the hot soup liquid, and I'm going to put it into my coconut milk. You don't want to just dump the coconut milk or cream or anything like that into hot liquid because it's going to curdle. Same thing if you're doing eggs and you want to temper your eggs, or if you're doing like ice cream, you need to temper the cream as well. So I'm just gonna take the hot soup liquid, slowly put it in here and whisk it with my whisk. Hey Mary Kay, how are you? All right, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. So this is really, really smelling good. I think that my family is going to love it. So this is the 2 cans of full-fat coconut milk. So you just need to do this a couple of ladles until it gets the soup kind of, the cream, coconut milk kind of roughly the same temperature as your soup. 1 more spoonful, should be plenty. There we go. All right, now I'm just gonna add that to here. I'm just gonna stir it with this. There we go. Woo! There we go. We love Thai food in my house, and we love anything spicy, so those jalapenos in here are gonna make it definitely spicy. Oh, and you're not gonna believe this. For those that were with me on my first video, I was complaining that somebody ate the last jalapeno, so I had to use jarred jalapenos. You know, I'm all about the compromise. And you'll never guess what I found in the refrigerator a few seconds ago. Never guess. Yep, the jalapeno. Nobody ate it, it was just hiding from me. Anyway, so it doesn't matter, it's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that around, and then the final step for this recipe is just to use my citrus press and the juice of 1 lime. So I love our citrus press because it gets all the juice out. Do I need the whole lime or the half a lime? Let me just read. It says the whole lime. So I'm just gonna go ahead and you put the cut side down, and then you just press. And I'm always amazed with how much juice I can get out of a lemon or a lime. As you can see, it turns it inside out. All right, let me do the other one. There we go. There we go. All right, and let me grab a bowl. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Well, at least I hope you get to see what it looks like. I don't have any clear bowls, but it certainly smells delicious. I don't have to cook this anymore, do I? I just garnish it with a little bit of cilantro. And believe it or not, I have cilantro. All right, so we got the mushrooms and the jalapenos and the onions. And what else was in here? Oh, the red bell pepper. Oh, the ginger. That's what's smelling so good. It's the ginger. Let me show you. Can you see in my bowl? It looks delicious. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want to know what you guys are having for dinner because I am always needing new ideas and to be inspired. Y'all have a great night, all right? Bye.